All right, folks, we're going to talk about coleslaw. When you think of coleslaw, it's a pretty disrespected, underrated side. You're usually, the coleslaw you have is something that's been an afterthought, something that hasn't really been treated with the care that it deserves. Boring coleslaw is very common to have in the US. But luckily, it's really easy to make good coleslaw, so that's what we're going to go over today. And it starts with the veg here. It starts with the veg. So non-negotiables are cabbage and carrot. That's kind of your classic coleslaw base. I'm going to add some other things to that too. We have some white onion here. That's going to be the best raw. Some cilantro. I have some nice long peppers I got from the farmer's market today. And some garlic as well. So when you're choosing veg for coleslaw, you can really do whatever. I mean, you could just stick with your two basics, but you can add any type of crunchy vegetable that you think would be tasty, something you have to get rid of. I got all this from the farmer's market. That's, having a good vegetables is definitely going to get you pretty far when it comes to making something like coleslaw. So everything is chopped up and put in this bowl. Generally, when you chop things for a coleslaw, you want them to be in like long strips. That's gonna give you the best texture. I just crushed the garlic in there on the top. All right, so this is where most coleslaws go wrong, and it's just your seasoning and sauce you're making to go with the veg. So I do some olive oil in mine. Vinegar is very important. A coleslaw that does not have vinegar is not gonna taste good. So that eliminates already like half of coleslaws. If there's no acidity in there, it is gonna be boring. It's not gonna work like most salads. You need some vinegar. I'm using rice vinegar. Next is mayo. This is kind of the base ingredient of coleslaw. This is also where most coleslaws go wrong. You need a good mayo because this is like the main thing you're tasting when you're eating coleslaw. So Duke's is pretty much the best mayo you can buy that's readily available. So if you go for something like Duke's, that's gonna get you really far. If you make the homemade mayo, even better. It's pretty easy. Also, I like to add some spice to mine. I think Chinsu is a really good hot sauce. It's Vietnamese. You can get it on Amazon. This adds to just the interest, the excitement of the coleslaw. It's gonna be a little bit more fun to eat. You don't want it to be bland. And then seasoning it. So salt, it just needs to be salted well, simply. If it's undersalted, it's not going to be good. Some pepper, some sugar as well, sweetness to balance out the acidity and spice we're adding in here. And I like to put in some MSG, some toasted sesame seeds, and some paprika. You can choose whatever other spices you want to put in, but the point is to just add something. So you can put in, turmeric, cumin, you can put in really whatever spice you want. Just pick something and add it in there. If you skip these, the sesame seeds and like these three, they'll still be fine. You don't even need the hot sauce. This will still be good as long as you have the right levels. So this is what we're going to be adding to the veg. So this is how much I added in. Definitely start with lower amounts. Then mix it and taste it, and you can add more of stuff depending on what you think it needs. You can really take it in any direction from here. You can go like more Asian, you add some sesame oil, ginger, green onion. You can go more Indian, like really go crazy with the spices. Turmeric is good in here, but this is what I like to do. So now we're just gonna mix it together. So here's what it looks like all mixed together. I tasted it, my seasoning levels are all good. And this is just gonna be a great coleslaw. You got herbs in there, you got acidity, spice, sweetness. It's gonna be really crunchy and refreshing and balanced. And yeah, this is gonna be a great coleslaw. You can use it for whatever you want. I'm gonna put this on a sandwich I'm making tonight. But yeah, that's coleslaw. Go make some good coleslaw.